Dear students, today we will start with our lesson number 4, the animal kingdom. As you already know, animal kingdom includes eukaryotic and multicellular organisms. Eukaryotic and multicellular organisms, and these eukaryotic and multicellular organisms are being classified into different phyla on the basis of the differences present in between them, and the basis of classification of the animals into different several phyla are few basic characteristics. Number 1, level of organization. Number 2, body symmetry. Number 3, embryonic organization. Number 4, body cavity. Number 5, segmentation. And number 6, notochord. On the basis of these 6 basic characters, the animals are being classified into different phyla. And today we will study these bases of classification of animals into different phyla. And the different phyla are the first of all the non-chordates and chordates, and it also includes hemichordates. Means animal kingdom is further divided into 3 subkingdoms. First, non-chordata, second, hemichordata, and third, chordata. The subphylum non-chordata includes 9 further phylums. Number 1, phylum Porifera. Number 2, phylum Coelenterata. Number 3, phylum Ctenophora. Number 4, phylum Platyhelminthes. Number 5, phylum Aschelminthes. Number 6, annelids. Number 7, arthropods. Number 8, mollusca. And number 9, phylum Echinodermata. And it also includes next subphylum Hemichordata, and afterwards phylum Chordata. Phylum Chordata have the further 5 classes. Number 1 class of phylum Chordata is class Cyclostoma. Second is the class Chondriochaetes. Next, Osteochaetes. These are the classes and of the class. These are the classes of the subclass Pisces, and afterwards class Amphibia, class Reptilia, class Apes, and class Mammalia. These are the different classes of phylum Chordata. These classification of chordates and non-chordates are on the basis of a few basic characteristics which I already told you. I am summarized once again. Number 1, level of organization. Second, body symmetry. Third, embryonic organization. Fourth, body cavity. Fifth, segmentation. And sixth, notochord. These 6 characters we will discuss in detail in this first lecture. First of all, level of organization. The animals, as I told you, multicellular means many eukaryotic cells are present, and these shows the different levels of organization. First level of organization is cellular level of organization, in which the cells are aggregated to form the animal body, and this level of organization is present in the sponges only. Second level is the tissue level, and in which the cells are differentiated to form the different tissues, and these tissues perform the different functions in the animal body. And tissue level of organization is found in the coelomates. And third level of organization is the organ system level of organization, where the body is differentiated into different organs, and these organs perform the different functions for the body, animal body. And this level of organization is found in the higher phylums of invertebrates and vertebrates. Second is the body symmetry. Body symmetry is the similarity of parts of different regions and directions of the body. There are the 3 types of body symmetry. First is the asymmetry, means no symmetry is present in the body. The body cannot be divided into equal halves by any plane, and the body symmetry, asymmetry is present in most of the sponges. Second is the radial symmetry, where the body is divided into 2 equal halves by any plane from the top to bottom, and this kind of symmetry, radial symmetry, is present in some of the sponges like the cyclone, and this is also present in the starfish. Radial symmetry, pentagonal radial symmetry is present in the starfish, which is a member of the last kingdom of the non-chordata, phylum of the non-chordata, and that is the phylum Echinodermata. The starfish is not a true fish but is a echinoderm. And third is the bilateral symmetry. Here bi means two, lateral means sides. Two sides means body is divided into two equal halves, having the two mirror images, and this kind of symmetry is present in the higher vertebrates and many of the invertebrates. Human beings also have the bilateral symmetry. So this is the second level where we classify the organism. In first we have studied the level of organization. Second is the body symmetry. Coming to the third aspect, it is the embryonic organization. As the kingdom Animalia includes multicellular organisms, all the multicellular organisms are formed by a single cell, which is the embryonic cell called as the zygote. Zygote further divides and forms the two cells, and these two cells leads to the formation of four cells, and four cells divides to form of the 8 cells, and 8 cells divides to form 16 cells, 32 cells, 64. This kind of geometric propagation of division of cells would occur, and further these cells arrange themselves into the layers, and these layers forms the embryonic organization. And these layers, on the basis of the layers present in the embryo of during embryonic development, the organisms may be diploblastic organisms or diploblastic animals having two germ layers. The outer germ layer is called as the ectoderm, and the inner layer is called as the mesoderm. The animal body, whole animal body is made up made up of two germ layers. External germ layer is called as the ectoderm, and middle layer is absent, and internal layer is called as the endoderm. And these type of organisms are called as the diploblastic organisms. The diploblastic organization of embryonic organization is present in one phylum, and this phylum is the phylum Coelenterata, means all coelentrates are diploblastic. And the other level of organization is the triploblastic animals, where the embryonic layers are three. Triplo means three layers are there. The outer layer is called as the ectoderm, the middle layer is called as the mesoderm, and inner layer is called as the endoderm. And the phylum, above the phylum Platyhelminthes, all are the triploblastic organisms, means Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, annelids, arthropods, mollusks, echinoderms. These are triploblastic organisms. And also phylum Hemichordata also includes triploblastic. All the members of phylum Chordata are also triploblastic. Third is the body cavity. The body cavity means the internal cavity present in the body, or three germ layers. And the body cavity might be true coelom, pseudocoelom, or acoelom. So these are the classification systems on the basis of body cavity. First of all, coming to the coelomates, the coelomate cavity is lined by the mesoderm, that is true coelom. The body germ layer splits, the mesoderm splits to form a cavity, and this kind of cavity is called as the coelom. This type of cavity is found in the annelids, mollusks, arthropod, echinoderm, hemichordate, and all the chordates. Whereas second cavity is the pseudocoelomate. Pseudo means false coelom, means cavity is present in the germ layers but it is not lined by the mesoderm. And triploblastic pseudocoelomates is the phylum Aschelminthes. And third is the acoelomates, where there is no body cavity. The phylum Platyhelminthes is the only phylum which is triploblastic but coelom is absent, and these includes the flatworms. And after body cavity, coming to the fifth aspect, it is the segmentation. The metameric segmentation or true segmentation is the where the body is divided into a number of sections where external divisions corresponds to internal divisions, where external divisions corresponds to internal divisions, and this kind of metameric segmentation is present in the phylum Annelida, Arthropoda and Chordata. And in some of the organism the metamerism is present, and but it is not the true metamerism, and this is called as the pseudo metamerism or false segmentation. The body segments is only externally, not internally, and pseudo metamerism is present in the tapeworms. Last, the sixth aspect is the presence or absence of the notochord. Notochord is mesodermally derived rod-like structure formed on the dorsal side during embryonic development in some animals. Animals with notochord are called as the chordates, that is higher organisms like human beings, and those organisms which lacks the notochord are called as the non-chordates, and these are the porifera and to Echinodermata. All the members are chordates. Means first aspect of division is presence or absence of the notochords. The animals are divided into non-chordata and chordata. The non-chordata is further having the line phylum, which already I had told you, and we have to discuss all these phyla in the detail. So in today's lecture we conclude over here, where we had discussed the features, basic features of classification of organisms and animals. First is the level of organization, where we had discussed the cellular level and tissue level and organ system level of organization. Second is the body symmetry. In body symmetry we had discussed the asymmetry, radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. Embryonic organization. In embryonic organization we discussed the diploblastic animals and triploblastic organisms. Body cavity includes coelomates, pseudocoelomates and acoelomates. Segmentation is called as the in segmentation we had discussed metameric segmentation and pseudo metamerism. And last is the notochord, presence of notochord or absence of notochord. The presence of a notochord in the higher organisms like chordates, where absence of the notochord is includes the animals called as the non-chordates. Thank you and have a nice day.